The minute you walked in the joint,
Hey dolls, it's Kitty, and today we are going to be working on a series of smoky eyes, starting with the sexiest group in the bunch, a level 4 smoky eye. So I'm very excited to bring you this. The reason normally I would work from level 1 all the way to level 4, but I just got done with a lighting seminar for boudoir photography in which I was the model for the afternoon. So since I'm already a little smoked out, I figured that this would be the best way for us to start. Alright, so let's get started with prepping the eye area. So you guys know all I'm about prepping. So let's first start off. Remember our friend Powder Flash, who we met from our lip tutorial? Okay, so what we're going to do with this, you know when you do a smoky eye and you get a lot of that fallout? So to prevent that fallout from happening, what we're going to do is we are going to take just a little bit of this bad boy and we're just going to sweep it underneath the eye so that any fallout that happens lands onto that powder flage and not onto your cheek, and that way it makes it a lot easier for cleanup. But you don't have to do this with powder flage, you can do it with any translucent powder. Alright, so we've got that started. So the next thing we're going to do in prepping the eye is we are actually going to use a creaseless cream shadow base. So using a synthetic brush, I'm just going to pat that all along the lower lid area. So let's start with that. And this is great because you don't really have to be too neat with it. And what I'm doing is I'm patting this into a pyramid shape. So you can just take that, and you can make this as tall as you want it. You can make it as, you can do it underneath the crease if you want. We're going for drama today, so I'm taking it right up there. The reason why I would choose to do a cream shadow base like this is it's just really going to make the black shadow that you choose to put on top of it stick really well. Anytime you do a cream with a powder on top, it's always going to make it stick really well. Alright, so now that we've done that, I'm going to move on to the powder eyeshadow. So I'll be using Black Tide by MAC. This is just a really great, like, true black eyeshadow that has just a little bit of shimmer in it, so it makes it really pretty. So for that, I'm doing a small natural bristle hair brush. And for this, I'm just going to really pack the shadow on by just patting onto my eye. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to pat it right on top. And you can see I'm really starting to build my shape. So for this, you can be a little nicer to it, not as messy. Because keeping in mind black shadow is always hard to clean up. Alright, so we've got that rocking. Oh, it looks so pretty right now. Not so much. Okay, so the key with a perfect smoky eye is always making sure that you blend. You should never have any lines that show up. So by doing this, you will really make sure to just have that perfectly gradient feel to it. So all I'm going to do is just take, this is the NARS 14 brush. It's just a great little crease brush. So I'm just going to take this clean brush. There should be nothing on it. You never know, I used it earlier to do the other eye. So for that, I am just going to take this clean brush and I am just going to blend the corners out. Just making this really soft. So we're just going to continue blending. Can y'all hear Charlie? She wants to be in the video. So just keep blending out those corners until you have a really soft. Because you should have the main focus of the black in the center of your eye, and then everything else is just going to be softly blended out. Alright, so we're starting to be able to see a better definition of like a soft blend. So what we're going to do next is actually go in with a brown color. So for that, I am just using just a basic brown shadow out of a kit I have. So I'm just going to take that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend on the outer edges. So we have the black and then it blends to brown and then it eventually blends out to white. So let's go ahead and blend out the corners. So just right on top of what we already did, we are just going to go ahead and softly make that from black to brown. And you can go on top of the black that you've already done, because everything eventually is going to be a soft blend anyway, so this will just help that blend even better. Because you know you've done a really good smoky eye when you have absolutely no lines. Alright, perfect. So you see how that's coming along? Alright, awesome. I'll probably have to go back and touch this one up. This one's looking a little bit more brown. But we'll make that happen. Alright, awesome. Okay, cool. Alright, so once you have blended out your edges with the brown, we are just going to go back in with a cream shadow. I'm using Mylar from MAC. It's one of my favorite blending shades. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. You can either use the... Where did you go? There you are. This was the 224 brush from MAC, but it's kind of a little dirty. So I'm just going to go ahead and, this is the Sephora brand 10 brush. And just taking that basic cream shadow, I'm just going to blend out the edges once again. And it is okay to cross over what you've already done. Because like I said, it's all about the blending. All about the blending. Alright, perfect. So, I don't think these are really even right now, but that's cool. We can always go back and touch up a little bit more later. I think I will go in with a little bit more of that black and just kind of accent where I notice a little bit unevenness. Alright, perfect. So now that we have the top scared away, it's all about balance with a smoky eye. You can't just have a whole lot of smoke on top and then nothing underneath. So then we are going to just go right back in with our talent brush that we used earlier. It should already have some of that black cream on it. So I'm just going to go and line the underneath with a little bit of that bad boy. Perfect. You don't want to use too much. Then I'm going to go back in with just like a little pencil brush and just really help to blend that out. Perfecto. Alright. So see how you really want the edge of this and the edge of, so the edge of the top and the edge of the bottom to meet. Just find that corner because that really helps take your blending out a little bit so you just have a perfect blend. Awesome. So then I'm going to go back with the brown. Just like I brought that blend on the top, I'm just going to go right back in with the brown shadow. And this just helps soften that look even further. Alright, awesome. So there you go. Okay, now, if you really want the drama to pop, let's go back in. This is my favorite black eyeliner of all time. It is from Urban Decay. It's their 24/7 brand. In the color is 0. So phenomenal. It's like the best black eyeliner ever. It stays really, really well. So I'm just going to take this into my waterline to really get that pop. I know this grosses people out sometime, but deal with, people. It's pretty. Alright. So I'm just going to get that waterline because that's going to give you a lot of that sexy intensity. Alright. After you've done this, a lot of people say with a smoky eye you don't need liner. I am a lineaholic. If I have my liner somewhere, maybe, possibly. Haha! There we go. Alright. So, I am obsessed with cake liner. I think Laura Mercier has one, but the one that I have is from Benefit, of course. Has anyone figured out the line I work for yet? Okay, so I'm just wetting just a bent brush. You can get one from Sonny Kashak. Of course, Benefit has one, and then this is the Sephora brand, which is just great. I like the Sephora brand because it's it's a natural bristle brush, and for me, it just kind of helps me get more fluidity with my liner. So I'm just going to go back in and start on the inside of my eye, and I'm doing a pretty tight line. I just like this because I lined the waterline of my eyes, and I just want the same intensity at the base of my lashes here. I mean, you could do a cat eye if you wanted. I will probably do just a slight one. Nothing too noticeable. Of course, connect your bottom. So you just have just a really tight lined eye. And then, of course, last but not least, just go in with your mascara. You always want, of course, if you wanted, you could do lashes. I actually have individual lash extensions on right now, so I love that because I don't have to worry about putting on lashes every day like I normally do. All right. So there you have it, dolls, your level 4 smoky eye. So let's just go and recap what we've done so far. So we started off with your cream base in the pyramid shape, determining how high you want it. I did mine right at my crease level, slightly above. Took the black, like a solid black powder, packed it on top. Then after our black, we went in with the basic brown and blended out the edges of the padded on black and brown to really make sure you had that perfect gradient. Last but not least, just finalize all the way up to the brow bone with your cream color to make sure you have absolutely no lines. After that, we took our pencil in black right in the waterline, really smoked that out really nice, and finished with a cake eyeliner, or you could do a pencil eyeliner, a fluid tip liner, whatever you choose to do, and just a really thin tight line across the lashes. Finished off with your mascara to smoke it out, and then of course the finishing touch for a gorgeous smoky eye is the perfect nude lip. And right now I'm kind of obsessed with Cream de Nude from MAC as just like that perfect nude lip. So I hope you guys really enjoyed my first series for smoky eyes. So this was your level 4. So I hope you guys stay tuned for levels 1 through 3, and I will see you around the house. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so